I'll give it to someone and insulted.
I remember the first time I heard someone say cheers to the bus driver. I'm like,
what? And then we use our own money to do it because I didn't know the one the givers never laugh. So that knows the way and the one that knows the then I was coming with child. Now my new song, you must go and sing it.
hello everyone, and you are welcome to our first episode of AED, African Entrepreneurs in Diaspora. My name is Dada'S Amusa, and today I have my very first guest with me, Mr. Tope Dada. So without saying too much, we're just gonna get into today's episode, and I'm just gonna allow Mr. Tope introduce himself. So Mr. Tope, welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me on this wonderful platform.
I'm so delighted to do us the favor of introducing yourself and what you do.
Okay, my name is my name in full is Tope Dada, but my brand name is Tope Dada. So I still retain the real name for posterity purpose anyway. So I'm a graduate of University of Bradford. I studied pre-studies, masters, and I studied psychology in my undergraduate at University of Ibadan, Nigeria. Then I'm a music artist.
By the way, if you don't know University of Ibadan, that's the best university in Nigeria.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a music artist. I'm a blogger. Anyway. I'm a writer. I'm an author. Anyway. I have 2 books.
Wow.
And music-wise, I have like 4 albums.
Nice.
And, I'm also an humanitarian. Anyway. I have an NGO with my wife. That's the Tope Dada Foundation. Then I'm a father.
That's very important. Very important.
2 lovely kids. And,
lovely.
And I'm a husband. So the most beautiful woman in the world.
Aww.
So thank you so much. That's the reason I can say that.
Oh, that's nice. So what inspired you? Because for me, I basically just know you as a musician, but now that I know that you are into a lot of things as an entrepreneur, so what inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
I can say there is greatness in everyone, which means God has embedded some stuff in every one of us, which depends on how we can activate those stuff. So I think they are natural gifts, and I have to develop myself as well. So all I can just say is I try to leverage on what I can do, because coming from Nigeria after school, at times you have to wait for government to give you a job.
Yes,
and at times you apply for so many jobs and you won't get there. But from being in school, even before I got to university, I've been to music. So then I was writing songs for movies. So along the line, I felt like I was in a group, then just go around sing. Never thought of even having an EP or having an album. But when I got to University of Ibadan, my other name wrote my first studio track and recorded it, and I felt like, oh, it's nice. Then that's the music aspect. Then when it comes to the writing, I've been writing since I was a teenager. Then I was the vice president of the Teenagers Church in my church. So Rema Chapel, and
oh wow.
So along the line, I was writing articles. I never submitted to anyone. I like to keep for myself. I stumbled on 3 exercise books in the house. That was last week. I was telling my wife that, wow, do you know when I wrote these stuff? You could see that they are old books which I've been writing for a while, and I never had the boldness, because let me say I had this fear of acceptance along the line, but now I think I'm very bold. So then for the NGO, I have a very humble background. Anyway, I was born into a family that my dad was a contractor, doing well. My mom was in business, but along the line things changed. That got ill, couldn't get into school in time. But if I kept going, then what I do most, I would just go to church. I was in the choir, go to church from morning to night, every day. My parents were angry like this guy. But I never knew that there's some things you learn through experience, there's some you learn in school, and some you learn from the family, some you learn from the society. That's why they say something that, bringing up a child, you can have like 4 kids, and they all have different, personality, different temperament, and also, which means that being a parent is not the only thing that makes a child to be who they become later in life, but the environment and so many factors. So along the line, so before I got married, when I was talking with my wife, who was my fiance, then I have a passion for having a foundation. So like, wow, that she worked with one, blah blah blah. Then during her birthday, we wait for the first outing before we got married, and I was like, okay, let's start our own. Then she was like, what was my motivation? My motivation is just that I don't have to go through what I've been through. I've seen kids that didn't cater for themselves, parents didn't take care of them, they couldn't go to school, they couldn't achieve a lot of things, and I was like, this can happen. And that was another thing that made me to have a blog. I promote music in my blog, and I do it for free. People ask me that, how do you make your money? I said, that's my way of giving back to society and to help someone, not just the NGO, not just other people. You just have to just do good. Doing good is not until you tell the world I'm doing this, but maybe just seeing someone being moody, just to give me a pat. Come on, you're right. Smile. You can make someone can lighten up someone's day and something like that. And business-wise, I'm not a good businessman anyway. But I do a lot of business. I sell music online. I sell my books, and I sell things. Good thing.
All right, before we get to the next question, thank you very much for telling us about your journey to becoming an entrepreneur. But when we were talking, you mentioned about you coming up with a foundation, with the fact that one of your goals is giving back to the community. Yeah. So I was looking through Instagram, and I just stumbled on the page. I think the TTO Foundation, if I'm not wrong. Exactly. So can you shed more light on that?
Okay. TTO Foundation is just a short form of Tope Dada Foundation. Just if you introduce the foundation to someone, that name is just too long. Too long anyway. We started 2017, February 27th. That's my wife's birthday.
Oh,
because
nice.
We were looking to have a memorable day that we can, always remember. When you're smiling in your head, that's what time you forget your child's birthday. I hope I didn't say it out loud. So that was the first day we knocked out. We went out, then we had money. We went to school, a community school in Ibadan. Then we had a short lecture with the children. I think students rather. It was the second to the last day of the term. So when we got there, we met like 20 students. Then we went with some sanitary pads, and then my wife had a talk with the girls. The boys were looking around the window, trying to listen.
In the secondary school thing.
Yeah. So we had a talk with them. We spent like 2 hours with them. Then gave them any part, because our main target is public community schools, not private schools. Private schools, for you to be in private school,
you have the opportunity to some extent.
Huge amount of money, tuition fee. Then we saw that some of the students were wearing tattered clothes, sandals. Some people come to school with books. So which give us a kind of a bigger picture of what we can do, not just having a talk. Then after that time, then 3 months after, I think we got married. We had our engagement. Yeah, so we kept going on. Then I think 6 months after, yeah, we had a bigger event. With, I like use the word outreach anyway because it's a community outreach from Amola Community School here in Ibadan. And we had a kind of quiz. We had a quiz with the students, then we gave our books, sandals, Bible, then we sponsored the winner to the Nigerian Spelling Bee.
Oh, nice.
Then that was 2018. Then after that, we had so many. We've done community feeding. We go with raw food anyway because you now cook food. People have kind of it's not everyone that eats what you give out. So when you give them raw food like noodles, rice, gari, and so on. For those that don't understand that.
Cassava flakes.
Yeah, exactly. So give those out as well, and we've been going stronger and stronger and stronger, and then we ain't stopping anyway.
Oh, that's great. So basically, the TTO Foundation caters towards children.
Children, yeah, less privileged usually. And like because we focus on part of the SDG, which is feeding, then quality education, then children from we can't save them from poverty, but we can only do our own something like that.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So at what point did you think, okay, I want to take this talent that I have and my businesses beyond Africa? Was there a major push?
There was no push anyway. I pushed myself because I always advise people that when you wait for someone to motivate you, to encourage you, you will not do anything. There is no perfect time to start a thing. There's no perfect word that can motivate you. It has to come from inside, deep inside. Like I love what we have different religions. There might be believers, there might be this is what but what we are doing right now. But I love one part of the Bible that says, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. Yeah. I might not have been through what David went through, but the little challenges in life made to motivate myself. I saw myself through university. That was undergraduate, but when you become a man, you have to saw yourself through master's program. Well, as in undergrad, those times really built me to become, I don't want to do anything. So I always have this mindset that I'm a global talent. I'm a global being. Like I'm the best of my kind anyway. Irrespective of whatever I drop, if I drop a song, I can think it's work. There will be someone that stuff is meant for. If I say something, that's why we have to be careful what we do, what we say, because you don't know who listens to you, you don't know who might be destroyed by that. Like saying some negative words, someone might just take their life.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the word of mouth is either life or death. So I always motivate myself, push myself that whatever I do, even when I go in the UK, someone told me that my sound has changed, that my music has changed. I said, that's what you ought to be. You need to keep getting better. You should not sit on today's success. You have to keep going. That's why the new song I'm releasing now, Trailblazers, I have to leave the comfort zone of working with Africans. The producer is a Swedish. The graphic artist is in Finland. The featuring artist is British and African. So I have to, you have to diversify. You have to, break out of the comfort zone and break out of the, of the cocoon and just give yourself that. Come on, even if the world is not listening, I won't lie to you. Someone is listening. I always tell people that on Instagram, Facebook, or social media, you might think you posted something and nobody, care about this stuff. Forget. They are seeing. They are just watching. I was on a platform. That was actually 2 Saturdays ago now. There's a concert at Life Church, and The lady just came to me with her husband and like, we see all you do and we are really impressed. I was shocked. I don't know them from Adam. So I was just like, oh. So which means whatever you do, just keep doing it and keep getting better on it. Don't just sit down and okay, oh, I got this number of stream today. I got this number of audience today. This platform is big, aim bigger, aim better. So that's my motivation.
Oh, that's great. So as an African growing out and becoming global, would you say there is a challenge you faced transitioning?
Yeah, there's nothing easy in life. There will always be challenges.
Well, yeah, can you tell us about it?
Most challenges, when you move from a location to another location, you always maybe it might not be real, but you have it, you feel it acceptance. African music is there from the music in the Western world. And, you think that would they accept this music? I dropped a song last year. I am blessed. I was surprised when I got to work. British citizens, then Asians, they were singing I am blessed. We don't practice the same faith, but that word is like telling you I'm blessed, and what, there's life in every word that we say. So they did videos of themselves singing the song. I was, oh my God. That was how I got to know that even if you have that mindset or you have the feeling that would they accept me because I'm new in this kind of sphere, kind of space, just forget those kind of fear, just put them aside and just launch out. I remember how I reached out to the featured artist. So it's on social media. Wow. I've never seen that before, not spoken before. I just stopped on one of our music and I'm like, oh, I love this.
Can we collaborate?
I just reached out to her. I was supposed to feature someone else, but her schedule was just so filled up till next year. And I'm this kind of way that I don't say I'm rugged. I'm a good better. Whenever I set my mind on, I just go for it. So I didn't want that to deter me or to make me to like, oh, I have to wait till next year. I just launched out, spoke with the lady on Instagram that, oh, I saw music, love music. I would like to work with you. I've already had the song recorded live before, so they're on Spotify as well. So I just sent the link to her, but she checked it out. She was like, oh, this is a lovely music. I should love to jump on it. Then the producer, while he was in UK before he moved back to Sweden, we only met once, but we didn't speak. I just saw that, okay, this guy is good, okay. I reached out to him on Instagram as well. Then he gave me his email and we kept communicating. Even as I was coming in now, he dropped an instrumental for me now. Check this out. So the challenges will always be there, but don't let anything be a clog in the wheel of success or where you're going. Set your gaze on the goal and let other things just be like the noise in the marketplace.
So before we move on to our next question, I just want to say, if I'm not heard the song I Am Blessed, I mean, you are missing out. That song is very impactful. I had listened to it myself. So yeah, you need to go or whatever music app you're using, Apple, Spotify, AudioMac, what else? Where else can you find it? These are Boomplay, right? And
on my website,
yeah, so
www.topedada.com.
just go and look for I Am Blessed by Tope Dada. Yeah, you've mentioned like challenges personal, but like a lot of people face cultural challenges. I mean, even for me as a person, when I moved into the UK, I faced a lot of culture shock. So, in terms of starting a business, Europe, anywhere outside Africa, do you feel there's some culture shock or some cultural changes like entrepreneurs need to look out for?
I always, like in something like when you get to the place, try and know the terrain and how things work in those kind of places. Okay, how do they dress? How do they speak? How do they relate? When I got to the UK, I was at a seminar. The first thing they told us was like, this is the way you greet a lady. You don't gaze too much. You don't shout unnecessarily. When you want to, do this is how you do it. There are some signs that might be insulting and other stuff. And when it comes to business as well, you have to sample who your targets are, which is very, very important. Because if you are in a place, okay, like where we are here in Bradford, we have Africans, we have Asians, we have Europeans, we have British, and other, folks from different part of the world. You have to know that, okay, if I'm starting a business, who are my targets? Am I targeting Africans? Am I into global business? Am I targeting Asians? It is very important because if you just get to a place, you just invest money into a business and want to start up, those stores might eventually land in your wardrobe. If it's something like clothing, and if it's food, you just find them in your tummy, you and family just feed on those stuff like that. And if you're in a place like this, like what we had out in London, you know that Africans will patronize you if you target them. And if it's a global stuff, you can just mix things up. It's really, really very important. And another thing is, don't be scared of failure. Failure does not mean, I don't like using the word failure, I use the word setback. Because setback at times catapults you to greater things. When you do some stuff, when it feels like you fail, you should not, just sulk on it, not just, just flogging yourself like, why did I see? Everyone in life at some point in time have faced one kind of challenges or setback. Even the greatest scientists, they always have this kind of, fail, go back and do it back then. Before they get the best of everything, even the best formula for any success in life is don't sit back, don't give up, don't give it, just keep going. So being in this in a kind of global world, global settings, you have to think outside of the box. Think, beyond your background, beyond where you're coming from. Like I always tell people, getting to the UK, don't forget where you're coming from. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget that you are African. But make friends outside your circle. Make friends outside your your race. Make friends outside of your or the country you're from. Because I have some friends that will be asking me that, how do you make friends that are not like that are not Nigerians? Or I said, see, you can get to the UK and be thinking like you are still in Nigeria or you are in Africa. When you roam, think like a Roman, behave like a Roman. So if this is the way, in Nigeria, I remember, when you're at the bus stop, at times you could just park your car somewhere because there will be kind of crazy traffic, and you have to go by BRT or public transport. People are like you, am I right?
Yeah.
But get to the UK, the first thing I did a lot of studying, thanks to a friend that I met when I first came in. So you were like, let's go to town. I'm like, town? So let's just go and look around how people do things and everything. So I didn't really appreciate those stuff until later. When you get to the bus stop, you respect people, you say thank you to bus driver, cheers.
Yes.
where we from, you just tell the driver that am I not paying for the stuff?
I remember the first time I heard someone say cheers to the bus driver. I'm like,
What?
you tell bus drivers cheers. I'm like, the person was like, oh, it's a way of encouraging. I'm like, this is the first time I'm hearing that. So
Yeah. So there's no way I go to the shop, I will say thank you to the maybe the attendant or even the bus stop, even on the train. When you check your ticket, I think at first I realized that those guys, they won't bother to go check and they'll just put their way. I have to like bring out my ticket and see the stuff because you have to how do I say this word? I'm always being careful, because I know that what most people face is they face something like I'm in a different country. I might be targeted because of my skin stuff, but that's not the way it is in the UK. Until after a while, I have to like, it's not what people think it is. It's not what people say it is. UK is accommodating.
yes,
They accepted everyone, and there's equal opportunity, even at place of work. You go for an interview, nobody discriminates. This kind of stuff. So people need to change the mindset, and just come out bold and just reach out. If you say hello to someone like that's not like you, they will respond.
yeah, definitely.
So and they are respectful. So mindset.
And they always smile. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
before we move on to the next set of questions, the last question I wanted to ask, or based on challenges faced by entrepreneurs, is the fact that are you looking to tap into any funding opportunities in the UK, or have you tapped into any? And if you're tapped into any, or you're looking to tap into any, can you enlighten us about it?
Yeah, I've not really done anything now about funding. I think only one year is for NGO.
Okay.
So that was some weeks back. Then I think we all need funding because using your money to do a lot of things might limit you to achieving a lot of things. But in the UK, there's so many funding that I've stumbled on. There's all I saw on the website of the Home Office.
Okay.
Anyone can check and try and check. You can just search for funding on that. And if you are into entertainment as well, there are so many funding. There's one PRS, the PPL. There's women in music. There's women making music, which is very lovely. Then Power Up, Amplify London, Next Gen Fund. Next Gen Fund is for the youths that you have a great idea and you need funding to implement and to make your dream come true. They could give it a try. Next Gen Fund. I don't really have a website here, but you search online, you see those stuff. Then Trailblazer Fund as well, or youth Catalyzer Fund. Can I go on?
Probably we put up the link.
Yeah. And what I love most is International Showcase Fund. Yeah. Just if you can just show the world what you can do for them.
Yeah. So if you're looking to move, or you're probably already outside Africa and you're looking to expand your business, especially if you're in the UK, the link we put up. Definitely. So you can check on this website, especially if you're a musician, right? Because I noticed most of the funding opportunities you mentioned are for people in music.
Entrepreneur, entertainment, music.
Okay, so that's that's one great opportunity the UK gives. So look out for this funding, and then you could use it to expand your business. Yeah, we talked about impact and community earlier, where we spoke about the TTO Foundation. And of course, and also I know you've also mentioned you've talked on collaboration also, because I remember asking you about how you've been able to flow along with the cultural environment in the UK. So I just want you to share more light on collaboration, how you've been able to reach out for collaboration, and the importance of collaboration, especially when you are starting out for the first time as a global entrepreneur.
A tree does not make a forest. That word is very real. There's some level of speed and success you can attain on your own. Like when it comes to music, they call some artists that are not that individual, they call them indie, that's independent artists. You could achieve a lot, but being under the label, gives you a lot of opportunity. Someone sampled something that was some days back, speaking about there's a big producer in Nigeria, Don Jazzy. There's some artists while they were under his label, they were thriving, they were known all over the world. This guy is under the label now, Rema. Rema is a big global artist. Immediately they left, people realized that they were like, I don't want to use the word relevant. People didn't really about them. The film, pay their value. Collaboration, working with someone, not just anyhow person, people that knows better than that know better than you, and people that been there, not necessarily being there, but those that knows the way.
People that are more experienced.
Yeah, those that knows the way and the one that knows the book.
Sorry, I didn't
when I was in school, he used to say it in our language anyway.
Okay, yeah, now I get. I'm saying that's in your language.
Those that knows the way are the one that
knows the book, yeah.
So, like being in the UK now, it's good to work with people of your descent, but advisably, if you want to impact people's life or get audience beyond your circle, you need to launch out, then go the extra mile, because it gives you some advantage, if you are into business, including you have a fashion line, and you want to be beyond just people importing from Nigeria. Why don't you think about where you are?
Yeah.
And have a strong footing, If you have strong footing, everyone will come to your brand. Like Next now. I'm promoting Next, it's fine. Like Next, I remember there was a gala night last year that university hosted, and I was a student rep while I was in the university, and I was there and executive with the British Red Cross. So I got an invite. So I didn't know what to wear, and just felt like, I want to look African, let me just dress Asian. So I can't remember the name they call. It's not a dalamia, but the cloth is more like a dalamia, but the material is the texture is not as thick as like dalamia. So I went to Next. I was looking around for so many different kind of clothes that I could just put on. I just saw the Asian gown. Let me just walk down to make it easier. So I checked it out. Very expensive, but very lovely. By the time I checked the logo, I saw Next. Next is not owned by Africa, but Next has become a global brand. Meeting needs, because see, every you do, you must meet need. You must meet a need rather. If you want to become billionaire, you can become a billionaire. You can become a millionaire by earning £10 per hour or working with them for a company. Anyone that wants to argue that you can go ahead and argue, but you must meet certain needs. Because when you meet needs, that's when you make impact, you make money, you become great. Like I always advise people that if you want to go into business, what are the needs that people really are they really have or what they crave for. Just go into food, clothing, women's hair,
Wigs and all of that.
wigs, entertainment, and sports.
Yeah,
Because I love sports makes people happy.
definitely.
And entertainment, music, comedy is they make people happy. Because what makes me happy most in life is family. Because I was on the training at work yesterday, they were asking us, okay, when you stress, down, what makes you happy? So people were saying a lot of things. I mentioned family, and the same thing my boss said, that no matter what he's going through, once he sees his family, it's good to go. And from those stuff, I could deduce that some people, sports make them happy. I love sports crazily. I love movies crazily because I used to play football, I used to play handball growing up, but in Africa then, they believe, because there was no money in those sports then, so they will tell you that you losing focus. My parents wanted to be an engineer, so to be an engineer, you can play ball,
African mentality.
all stuff like that. But you must meet needs, certain needs, then you're good to go in life. So you must think beyond, think outside the box, beyond who you are from, beyond where you're from, and beyond where you are at the moment. Because it's really, really important. So let's really open my mind that, okay, good job. Because you think maybe next time to this kind of club, this kind of gym, maybe suits and other stuff. But sari, there's a kind of dress that
they call it sari,
you could get those stores. Not only the next, all those big stuff like that, Gucci and Co, like that. So that's reaching out to the global audience, global world, and again, that's the way to go in life to be successful.
Thank you very much. So I also wanted to ask, what impacts are you hoping people gain through your endeavors? I know you've mentioned a lot of things, Drake, and you are a musician, and you also do a lot of community service, and you write books. So, I mean, in one word, what do you think people should gain from what you do in general?
I have this kind of quotes that I always say to myself that in everything I do, I must make someone happy. Even if it's just one person. So I'll break it down from my music now. When you put your music in stores, you see some places that are jewelry, then mood. So all my music, I always put happy. There's always that kind of spice of happiness in my music. And I'm just being happy, because being happy is just kind of a mood. But when you do something spiritual, it must uplift people's souls, then maybe draw them closer to God. So in music, those are the things I do. Then when it comes to my blog, because there's so many artists, upcoming artists, that they need help. They struggle to get some funding to produce music. I remember my first music, it was my salary. How much was I earning then? I used the salary to go to studio to produce a song. I had nothing. I had to try to work every day till I get till the next payday. There's so many artists that they don't have a job, they don't have anything. They have to find a way to get money to go to the studio. And after I record the song, you see them begging radio hosts, please help me to play my music. How can I put the song on the internet? So meeting needs in that aspect, I do that. Then when it comes to the NGO, I just have this kind of mindset that I know what I need, because when I go out, I must make people happy. I must make someone smile. People say maybe I'm funny. It's not being funny, it's just being intentional. So I'm making someone happy. Then, like children, I don't joke with kids. So that's why we always target kids. That we had an outreach that was late last year. Yeah, because we have a team on ground in Nigeria that do the groundwork. We send funding down to Nigeria, and we had exercise books, we had sandals, also viral. To giving out to their pupils, because it was a public primary school.
Yeah.
We realized that most of these children, some of them are living with their grandma, and the grandma will have to wait for stipends that will be sent by their children and by the children and everything, and which is nothing. So when the team went out at first to try and look around all the places, they realized that some of these people come to school found out we all not some torn uniform. We had a chat with one that said he stayed with the grandma, and after school he will go out and go and hawk, sell what he's selling. Tomatoes, pepper. And every day, how much would you bring back home? 100 naira, which is nothing. So at times they go 101. That's breakfast,
no lunch,
it really broke my heart, and no. So we always want to do more, and we'll do more by God's grace. So we don't get fund from anywhere. We use our own money to do it, because I believe the word givers never lack. But some people tell you that a wise giver never lack. Because there's some people that they will lie to you. Because we've been getting a lot of emails. I tell my wife, that women are soft-hearted, so they believe that she could be, if they penetrate through her, they can get to me. Fake, pictures, fake lies. There was even one that we went for a medical checkup that was like 3 months ago. So while we were seated at the people's place, so we got talking. Then my wife told me something. Said, "Oh, there's a guy that's been chatting with her that he's been sick. The wife just gave birth to a baby boy, and they've not eaten for days." And so just said, "Let me see the guy's face." By the time I checked, and I brought up my phone, I showed her that this same guy, I sent 30,000 naira to him a week before, the same line, he called up. So those kind of stuff could discourage, but it's all about you have to vet things out. Okay, is this guy saying the truth? And we all have a discerning spirit, but we don't always pay attention to it. So, and me now, that was coming with trial. Just put food on people's table. If those people can get education to university level, at least go to the primary school, secondary school, then do something.
Yeah, so in contribution to what you said, I wanted someone to say, as a giver, you need to identify your loamy soil and your clay soil. Yeah. Because there are some people who you are giving to, but like giving is like sowing. So you are giving to them, but they are literally clay soil. They are just taking from you just to make use of the fact that
I will give it to someone and
they can
sorted.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to know loamy soil, and most of the time loamy soils are like charitable stuff. You give it to community where people really need this thing. There are some people who they can get what they're asking from you, but they are just too lazy to get it for themselves. I once saw someone on the road in Nigeria, and this person was an handicap, and as handicapped as this person was, the person was selling raw packaged tissue papers. Those tissue papers you put inside cars they are branded and scented. And then at the same time, I saw someone who was a handicap and was begging. At that point, I'm like, person that is an handicap can go out for himself to do something that is meaningful, what about this person that is not? Like, so sometimes, community giving is good, but also as a giver, you should know what, the people you're giving to, and just, you get what I'm saying. So next question I wanted to ask you: what advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur or creator?
Okay. Before you even do anything, be it entrepreneurship or even life goals, you must sit down and speak to yourself that, okay, what is my purpose? What is the motive behind what I'm doing? Because that's what will really propel you to become successful or fail. Because if I want to start a business now and the motive is just like, okay, let me just do the business and feed my family, then you eventually be the consumer of those of the goods. Or if your goal is, okay, how to become a global brand, then you have to now sit down and now do a kind of strategy. Okay, what do I do? How do I start? How much money do I have to start with? Then how do I expand? Because in Nigeria, my wife had a store in a shopping mall, and before she started, she was working in the bank. Then along the line, she was in the bank. We have a laundry company. Then she was selling shoes, bags, hair, and all stuff online. Then when she came up with the idea, that I asked her, okay, what are your goals? Do you just want to be an online vendor, or you want to have a physical store that you can do work in? She was like, a physical store. I was like, okay, then let's just keep doing. Then she was in online. Then from there, she gained customers' trust. Because it is very, very important. Because if you disappoint, this stuff is about word of mouth and it's about referral. This one, that person is this, that. And there's some places that you can't get to defend yourself. So those are one of the things you have to look out for. If you know that you don't have good human relations, you need to work on that, because customers are not right. That word is not just for saying sake. Because even if your customer, is on the wrong side of the whole stuff, just take it that way. Just focus on the business. Okay, my goal is not to prove a point. So then, after a while, she had a store. Then she was able to retain the online customers. Then working customer came in,
added to it,
something like that. So with that, it's not like, okay, I have a store, I'm going for a party this weekend, you pick one of the bags, then you need to learn that, okay, being accountable. What are we investing? What are we gaining? And how to separate gains from the other money. So the other money will not go the other way, kind of stuff like that. So then go, as in, think, like I've said several, as in, think beyond your limits.
Yeah.
I don't believe in any limitation. I was at a conference in London. I got on this with a lady, and she said something that she's looking a way to meet with the Prime Minister, that's Sunak. I said, wow. And then we are on the same line. He said, you are bold. I said, I'm super bold. If I see Sunak, I will find all means to say hello, sir. Because, see, there's no limit anywhere. People say that the sky is the limit. Which sky? Plane have gone beyond the sky. A lot of stuff have gone beyond the sky, and nothing happened. So who said the sky is the limit? There's no limit everywhere. Just, package yourself, dress the way you want to be addressed. It's very, very important. More than you just dress shabbily and you'll be bounced. But if you know where you're going, I would like to start an example. I remember my first semester, I was on dreadlocks. Then I go to class. I don't know what my lecturers was watching. After the semester break, we go back to school. So I woke up one morning. I just like, okay, this hairstyle, I need to change it. I just cut the stuff. I went on the low cut. So I got to school some days later, and I asked my lecturer, I was like, oh, something is different about you. He said, now you are smarter. Which means I was studying peace studies. I'm not saying there's discrimination in our nation, or maybe, when you are getting to the maybe state house or something. But there's a kind of impression that people see when they see you first. Okay, Rastafarian or something like that. So when he said those stuffs, I don't say, okay, how do you know? He said I should watch some videos, watch the House of Parliament, watch sittings, watch United Nations Congress. Look at the way they dress. You see, either they are on low cut, you not see someone on mohawk or dreadlocks or all stuff. And you can see someone wearing t-shirts to that kind of gathering or that kind of meeting. And you see that most of them will be on the white shirt, sky blue, blue shirt. Even the tie, I only you see red tie because color psychologically makes statement and all this stuff like that. So that will be the last word. I will just ask you that you need to start, we call it Nigeria packaging, package yourself. I had a friend there in Nigeria, she doesn't have a car, but if she's going for a contract, meeting and everything, she will just speak to one of her friends, borrow his car and go there. Because you want to pick up a contract of like a 10 million naira, 100 million, 200 million, and you get out on a bike. There's only the saying in Yoruba that give money to someone that have pot belly, because they believe that pot
belly people are rich.
Yeah.
But even my dad used to say that a man that has pot belly is a rich man.
It's a kind of mindset, but at times, your dressing, your carriage really makes a lot of statements.
Oh yeah. So and another thing I wanted to ask is, what mistakes have you made, and what did you learn from those mistakes as an entrepreneur?
Mistakes. I'm a giver, so at times I just give out blindly. At times people will just patronize me for, when I sell things. Okay, then when we have the store before we move down to the UK, at times sell maybe menswear, footwear, and all these stuff. Because your friend is just like, okay, just pay some. Then I don't really have business, mindset. But now I think I'm better and smarter anyway. Because when you realize that you invested on this phone, let's say this phone worth £1,000. I got it at £1,000. They're selling it at £800. That doesn't make sense. So when you start losing money, and at times when you trust people too much, that's another mistake. I trust a lot. I trust easily rather. I realize people don't really appreciate good people. Not in all cases, but most they take you for granted. This guy, okay, don't worry. And I realized that I wasn't really respected to the extent that I deserve, because there was the time we went for a kind of a congress. There's this guy, he has packaging, but to me it's pride. But because of my own simplicity, they just put it in one corner. But this guy came with shoulder pad. He was on the high table. I was not looking at him like, what's going on? I asked people, and I said, okay, you know, I'm a guest as well. So not being respected. Just see, I always tell people that at times gentility is stupidity. There's some place that you need to speak up, you need to stand your ground. So now I think I do it better than before. And another mistake you need to be careful of your circle of friends. It really goes a long way. There's a proverb in Nigeria that says something like, show me your friend and I'll
tell you who you are.
Who you are. Then I was like, I'll tell you, it's not like that. Most times, it's so one needs to be careful as well. Yeah. And I can't really make this mistake again because I'm going down lane doesn't work that way. So I don't have friends. I'm a lone ranger.
Family man.
Then I have acquaintances here.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
So just one last one before we go. Can you tell us about one most significant achievement so far?
God of mercy.
I know you have a lot, but which one can you probably the most recent?
I don't use the word lucky because I'm not lucky. I'm favored.
Yeah.
So
I am blessed.
I'm blessed. Yeah. I'll just say I'm a favored and lucky guy, blessed guy, because there's something that works for me. Anywhere I get to, I'm always loved. So it makes it so difficult to pick one out of okay. Let me just pick. There are so many. Okay, yeah, I won an award 2022 September, yeah. Maranatha Award in the US.
Ooh.
Yeah. UK Author of Excellence, yeah. So when I asked them now, what do you mean by Author of Excellence? They said it's not about writing, being an author, but what you do, your crafts and your content, music, books, everything. That was the reason. I was supposed to go to the US for the first time, but it was so close. I got notified a month before, and getting an interview date is always hard. And so I think that award in the US, yeah. So I was so happy that so being noticed, globally, something worthwhile. So, and that's one thing that gives me to do more. And that's my new song. You must go and stream it. It's I have this bad habit. When I have a new song or a new piece of work, I put it on repeat. The song has been on repeat for the past 3 days. Going to work, coming back home, even in the house, Bluetooth in the room, the home theater downstairs, they were like, calm down. I said, see, I'm absorbing this stuff. And I think it's a milestone because I've never thought of featuring, a foreign artist and international artist before. Because way back in Nigeria, I know I was begging some people that, let me feature them. Even to pay them, it was, it was a matter of pride and everything, but God only deserves a praise.
Yeah.
It's not about our power, not about our name. He's the giver of the gifts, because all good gifts come from
God.
Yeah, Father of lights. So
thank you very much for coming to my show today. I'm really so excited. You guys have heard from Mr. Tope Dada, and of course, if you haven't listened to his song, what are you waiting for? Before we go, where can they connect with you? Instagram, Twitter, anywhere?
On Instagram at Tope Dada Official, Twitter Tope Dada Official, Facebook Tope Dada Official, on YouTube Tope Dada. Once that way, I just see everything.
Yeah.
And on Google as well. If you want to know more about me, just type my name on Google to bring it out. Then you can visit my website, because that's where all the collection of my stuffs are, www.topedada.com. Then I'm music on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, my book as well. They are there. These are YouTube music, this, that. Thank you.
Alright, thank you guys for watching today's episode of African Entrepreneurs in Diaspora. And please do not forget to like, share, comment, and reach out for more. Thank you and bye. See you in my next episode.
Bye.